Aunt Lily?
Aunt Lily. Amazing thing, when my sister Joan lived next door to my Aunt Lily, my mother used to go over there on Friday nights for fish dinner. This is when I was a teenager now. And we would always go out on Friday nights, and I would get there and we'd be having the fish dinner with Aunt Lily, Joan, and my mother. And I would be having such a great time that I didn't even want to go out with my friends. And I think that's pretty rare that a teenager doesn't want to go out with her friends. She wants to stay home with her sister, her mother, and her Aunt Lily. Aunt Lily and I actually had a lot in common, because she used to say that as she was the baby in the family and I'm the baby in my family, that she never feared death. She only feared being left alone. And I said that too one time. I said, you know, I feel that way too. I feel like, because I'm the baby in my family, you know, I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be left alone. And then my sister Joan said to me, that would never happen because you have all your nieces and nephews, which is true. And, you know, when I saw Aunt Lily the day that she died, and I did find her dead, I just thought to myself, boy, what an end to a life that was so beautiful. I mean, the police came in, they were asking me where her medicines are, and I'm saying she doesn't take medicines, and they're saying, how old is she? And I'm saying she's 80, and they're saying she's elderly. I said, no, she was not elderly. And she wasn't. She was beautiful and young and spry, and going to visit her son every day in the hospital, and just an absolute delight to be around.
Aunt Lily was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Aunt Lily?
Aunt Lily. Story, Aunt Lily story, true story. I still say it was Pepsi Cola, that Aunt Lily would give you anything in the world except a Pepsi, but I've been outvoted. Everyone else has this Coke. My Aunt Lily story is she was babysitting. I don't know where my mom and dad went. I was an only child for 9 years, so I got spread around a lot when things were going out. And in vivid memory, I woke up and Aunt Lily said, what do you have for breakfast normally at home? And I said, I have an egg roll. And in my house, true story, in my house, an egg roll is an egg, an omelet, and you put jelly in it and eat it. And I always had egg rolls. My Germans said the von Faulhaber side of the family. And Aunt Lily said, okay, and she turned to Uncle Dick and said, get him an egg roll. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, he's going around the Chinese restaurants in the Bronx looking for an egg roll for baby Tommy. You know, the first one. That's the true Aunt Lily story.
That's great.
And only Aunt Lily would, you know, do that. You know, of course, Uncle Dick didn't think it was a hell of a good idea.
Aunt Lily made my childhood wonderful. It was back in the Depression and we were very poor, but Aunt Lily always had a new dress for me on my birthday, would take us out for something called Charlotte Ruse's on her payday, and that was just a big glob of whipped cream on top of a little cake. But we would walk along the concourse eating them, thinking we had died and gone to heaven. It was the only dessert we ever had. And when she'd come to visit my mom, which she did frequently, she always brought in crumb cake or some kind of coffee cake. And what I remember is my mother and Lily laughing, always laughing. Lily would tell my mother all about her job, and then they would laugh. And then when she was first married to Uncle Dick, my mother taught her how to cook down in Rockaway. We had one room up in the attic, and Lily had the other room. And my mother and Lily would be out in the hallway on a little two-burner stove, and Lily would be learning to cook. And there was an awful lot of laughing that summer. She was the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life. There was no movie star prettier than Lily. She was a great dancer, and Uncle Dick was very handsome, and the two of them together really looked like movie stars. And then she had her children, Richie, Billy, and Eileen, and she was a great mother and a very hard-working mother. She always seemed to hold down an extra job while she raised her children. I don't know what to say about Aunt Lily, except she's way up on my list, women to be admired.